Hey everybody, it's Christina Holloway here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a good 4-step process on how to receive the information in a 360-degree feedback survey. A 360-degree survey is a tool that companies use for their employees, and it's usually for two reasons. Either you have a blind spot and your boss wants you to understand how your behavior could be affecting the people around you and holding you back from progress in your career, or you're a high potential candidate for a bigger job and your boss wants you to understand where you need to work on bigger leadership skills. To get a 360-degree survey started, your boss will ask you to name some subordinates who report to you, some peers and stakeholders who work with you, and sometimes a skip level who has experience working with you. And your boss will participate. The survey goes out and everyone fills out a questionnaire asking what kind of person you are, where you're doing great work, and where you could be doing better. So you're in a vulnerable state here. It's supposed to be anonymous, but many times my clients will get distracted by trying to tell me who gave them bad marks and who's out to get them in the office. A 360-degree survey can make the recipient defensive, argumentative, and very unhappy if they're not prepared for the results. So today we're going to talk about a 4-step process that will help get you in the right mindset to receive the information in a 360-degree feedback survey and use that information strategically to continue to build your career. I'm not a big fan of the 360-degree surveys, but they exist. So let's talk about ways to use them to your advantage. Real quick, if you enjoy this content and want to learn more about how to make power moves in your career, make sure to follow my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video from me. Don't forget to download your free communication toolkit, which teaches you the 5 ways to communicate with impact and confidence as you build trust, authority, and influence to grow your career. All right, so let's get started. Number 1, leave your ego at home. Like I said, many of my clients, a fair number of them, will get distracted by over-focusing on who filled out the survey. If you work in a competitive environment or you're competitive yourself, you may get distracted by the messenger instead of focusing on the message. What to do? First, start by reminding yourself that this isn't about you and this isn't criticism. That's going to be hard because you have professional relationships with the people participating and there's baggage here. You need to move past the possibility that you're getting feedback from that pissy coworker who can't do her own job but thinks she can give you feedback on how you do yours. Acknowledge it and then move past it. Let it go. The more you can shift your mindset away from thinking these survey results are criticism or an attack, the better you'll be at processing the useful information in the report. Maybe there is criticism, but ignore it for now. To shift your mindset, I'm going to share a silly exercise, but it could help. Ask yourself how you'd handle this information if it came from, stay with me here, your grandma or some other neutral family member that you trust, not your mom and dad. An aunt, an uncle, a cousin, or even a trusted friend. But you get the point. This is just in your mind. Now ask yourself where that comes from. It should come from love and kindness. Once you reset your expectations into a neutral space, you'll be able to see what isn't being said, and that's where the gold is. Number 2, look deeper. All right, let's look for that gold. I recently walked a client through her 360-degree survey. She's being primed for a very big role, and the goal of the survey is to help her see where she's showing leadership skills and where she needs to show up bigger. When she brought the report to me, she said that it reflects that she's not being strategic or contributing to the bigger corporate agenda. And she explained that it was confusing because she believes she is showing up strategic. So I walked her through it. It turns out that the people who didn't see her as strategic were the leaders at the top. The people who did see her strategic were her coworkers and team members. So what did this tell me? She's being strategic, but only in a safe environment, her peers and team. But she's not taking chances being strategic in front of decision makers and leadership. Pay attention to what the report is telling you. If you assumed that the leadership team would just find out through word of mouth that you're strategic with your team and they would congratulate you, then you might be making some big assumptions. They weren't telling her that she wasn't strategic. They were telling her that she wasn't showing them how she's strategic. Do you see the difference? A 360 survey is not intended to show you what you're doing wrong. It's intended to show you where you're playing small. For my client, her learning curve and everything we've been working on is to help her show up with confidence in front of leadership, the way she's able to show up in front of peers. It's hard, but the 360 survey gave us the roadmap. Number 3, ask for a coach. This same client of mine talked with a colleague and explained that she asked for a coach to help her develop her skills ahead of the promotion. He said, "Hey, I didn't know you could ask for a coach. I feel like I missed out on an opportunity here." Now, to be fair, she was talking to someone who had also just been promoted. He was doing fine, but he didn't think to ask for something that the company was happy to provide. Know your options. Think about ways you can use these results to negotiate for something that will help you continue to grow and evolve. And a coach who can interpret a 360 survey is going to help you unpack all that gold. It's really hard to see the positive when you're the one in the hot seat. Finding an impartial professional who can walk you through a 360 survey will help you with your confidence and put the results into better perspective. Now, there are many people who get a 360 survey and no one walks them through it. I'm always happy to walk a client through a 360 if they have one. This is definitely an area where you can ask the company for professional support and you just might get it, especially if you're being primed for a promotion. Number 4, bring your own insights and development plan. Now that you have all the information in front of you and you've taken a look at the feedback, start making notes about what these results are telling you. If Bob from accounting keeps telling you that you don't provide detailed reports when he asks for them, and an anonymous comment mentions the detailed reports, then what does that tell you? First, Bob didn't think his feedback through because it was pretty transparent. Second, that this is important enough for him that he had to bring it up again in a survey. You might have a good reason for not cooperating with him. If that's the case, you can ignore it. But if ignoring requests is something that's been following you around, then this might be a good opportunity to address it by changing a habit. Have a follow-up conversation with your boss. Point out the feedback that seems simple enough to address by having conversations. Create a plan for yourself to address these issues and always approach the 360 survey results with your boss as a way to pivot some of your assumptions and behaviors into new habits. You want to be solution focused and you absolutely do not want to start a conversation with, Bob has an axe to grind. Your boss may agree with Bob. Take the feedback and your notes and then develop a career development plan that you can present to your boss as a way to build your skills over the next 6 months for anything, a promotion, a raise or bonus, moving to another pay grade, transferring to another department, applying for a meaty project. A 360 survey is a tool that companies like to use to help their employees develop self-awareness or develop skills that might be holding them back from bigger opportunities. No matter what reason the company gives you, you're now in a position to use it to your advantage. Especially if you want something bigger at that company. Don't be afraid to ask. The worst they can tell you is no or not now. All right, so that's it for my video on how to handle a 360-degree survey. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever received a 360 survey and how you handled it. I'd love to hear what you were able to learn from it. Don't forget to download my free communication toolkit, which I provided in the link below. And if you've enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.